And like it ruins the watermelon when you leave the watermelon out, it gets stale. It's a good fucking watermelon though.
So, yes, I'm Violet Valentine. This is the Welcome to Womanhood podcast. I'm here with Marcy Rheintgen today, who made national news being the first trans woman arrested in a ladies' room in Florida. Congratulations. I
Cool.
love your shirt. I love what you're doing. I'm a huge fan of everything you've been doing. Thank you for your time today. Thank you for joining me.
Thank you. Wow.
Yeah, it's such a treat to have you. Am I missing anything? That's the story you wrote, as I recall. Do you want to tell it? You wrote
I
160 letters.
said I'm gonna break your law, and I broke their law. That's what happened.
Why'd you do it? Why'd you break the law, Marcy? There's a couple of questions, and they're all why'd you do it?
Because I'm emotional. If I'm being real, I was
Uh-huh.
upset about what was happening, and I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna break their law, and I'm gonna do it the most kind way possible, and they're gonna look stupid.
They do look stupid.
It's just sad what this country is coming to. Yeah. People say conservative Democrat, but I don't think the conservatives are really conserving a lot. I want to go back to when people were normal,
Yeah.
and that makes me a liberal. But definitionally, if you like
Hmm.
old definitions, that would have made trans people, that's a conservative thing because we're the ones who want to go back to how things were 20 years ago, 10 years, well, not 20 years, 10 good years ago.
I just want to live a normal life. I don't need all this
I'm
drama. They're
Obama's
being so
America.
weird.
Go back to when Obama was president, and we were getting gay rights, and we were
Hmm.
2015 was the peak of trans rights in terms of public acceptance. Could we go
Hmm.
that? I want to conserve that.
Obama was 10 years ago. I don't want to be older than you, but I talk about the Obama years to kids today like it was another era. Like I paid 550 for rent. I lived in a city. For basically all of human history up until about 10 years ago, you could just like not live with roommates and live a normal life. Now it's fucking crazy out there.
Yeah, dude, that's crazy.
Yeah.
It's how expensive things are.
Hmm.
I just want to eat watermelon, and they've taken that from me.
These cowards in Washington taking
Wow.
our watermelons, taking our rights. A woman should just be a woman, in my opinion. She just be able to pee without all this
These conservatives can't
nonsense.
know what a woman is too. They think intersex people are, they don't even know what intersex people are. They can't define what a woman is.
They don't know what a woman is. Do you mind if I bring up? I saw your video on Alex Stein recently. I did not know who that was. I want to talk about that a lot.
He's the guy like who screamed at AOC that she was a big booty Latina.
I did not know that was on his resume. There was one moment where he was like trying to name drop Josh Sider to you, like my close personal friend Josh Sider, like Cedar, the guy who tries to kill himself all
Yeah,
the time.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah. And that guy's like, I know one thing about that guy, and he said the N-word like 20 times in a video. Did you see that video?
I
Alex
have
no
not. No,
Oh my
no.
God, it's amazing. This guy, Alex Novell, friend of the pod, told him he was going to be Daily Mail. And he's like, could you shit on trans people by pretending to be black? And he's like, yes. And then he just like said the N-word 10 times. And then that guy's like interviewing, he's like, oh, I know Josh Cedar or Cider, whatever his name is, N-word guy. And I'm like, why would you name drop of all people like that guy to like, I don't know, like that. Can I talk about that interview? That guy was the biggest creep I've ever seen in my life. He was saying the creepiest, horniest shit to you, and you weren't playing it so well.
Wait, it was horny shit?
I felt very horny to me. You didn't feel like he was like that he like, kind of you didn't
Like,
get that at all off him. I watched that video. I felt like his hand under the table.
you know how people can be like woke to stuff? I'm not woke to horniness. Like, I've been told several times before in my life,
Hmm.
hey, a man was hitting on you. And I'm like,
Uh-huh.
oh, a man was hit. That was what happened there? Because I'm just like,
I
I'm
don't
not,
think he was hitting on you. He was like leering at you. Go
I'm
ahead.
not aware of like a lot of sexual stuff, like
Hmm.
sexual, but I'm like, I'm kind of like sheltered a little bit. And so,
Good.
yeah,
Yeah.
I like being sheltered. And so I don't really know about a lot of stuff.
I mean, I like that. And that's what was so odd about it. He was like, when you go to prison, are you going to have sex with all the guys? And you're like, what? You're a 20-year-old girl. And he's like an adult.
It's like
And
almost
he's,
prostitution. I'm
huh?
not prostitution, pedophilia.
It was very pedophilic. It was very prison sex. Like everything was very like sexual in prison and just like really upsetting. Like I was just like, you're asking a 20-year-old girl who's facing prison, if she's like gonna
I'm
like fuck dudes in prison. Which is like, and like had this like perfect. I don't know. I was not familiar with that. What? Why did you go on his show, if I may ask? I know why, because it was fun, right? But like, did he reach out to
I,
you?
I will say I'm not gonna shit on Alex Stein because I look at his comments in his audience. He went easy on me. If you look at his other stuff, he went
Mhm.
easy on me, and so I
Yeah.
shit on Alex Stein because that was the best that was the nicest, the most friendly interview I could get from Alex Stein, and I'm satisfied with that.
Well, I'm not trying to like start Alex Stein beef. The last thing I want him to do is know that I exist. And they spend all day just like thinking about trans people, and it's because they're like repressed, and it's a whole. I mean, not to like get into the psychology of the right
Oh
wing,
no, I
but
think about this a lot actually.
yeah,
Because
right.
it's like the same thing with like black on white pornography, like
Yeah. Oh, exactly.
interracial pornography is
Sure.
it's disproportionately watched in the South
Right.
because of you know the places which actually you would expect the South to have the most white guilt, but like New England has the most white guilt, which is weird because New England didn't do slavery. The South did slavery and Jim Crow, but there is like a repressed guilt about it, about like the prejudice, and there's
Mhm.
like actually sort of like a sexual fascination with like race mixing, I think, in the South. And the same thing is for like in more conservative areas about trans people of like, oh, those trans people are so disgusting. I, would,
Mhm.
I would never date a trans person. I would, what's her number? You know, like,
Yeah, right. I'm so
like the
disgusted. I'm going to
download
watch
chasers, the
25 news shows about
download
how
chasers.
disgusted. Yeah, they just like, oh, it's so disgusting. I'm gonna watch Fox News and be like disgusted. Who watches this? Like, it's all an excuse for them to like work out their weird shit. And we're like, in the meantime, you're a 20-year-old Catholic girl who's like full of love and has a family washing her hands, and they're just like their shit becomes your shit. It is so fucking gross. These guys. Sorry, not to swear. It is. They're just like watching that video. If you haven't seen the Alex Stein video, I hate to like promote right-wing media, but you handled it. You were just being like so like you were just kind and loving and you were like actually Christian and conservative in a way. You were just being like, I forgive you, I love you, blah blah blah. And he's just like, like transsexual. I watched it twice. I watched it once, and then I watched it with my wife, and we were like laughing our ass off. You were so fucking funny. Like, do you plan to troll more right wing? And are you like a little nervous about, I to be honest, I would troll right wing people every day, but I'm scared of it. I am. I don't want them to know who I am, but I do love. I would love to go on Alex.
I mean, legit, if someone
Mhm,
put me on,
mhm.
oh, I'm willing to have a conversation.
Okay.
I was willing to have a conversation. The video I posted on my Twitter of me like sort of reaching out to Riley Gaines it going horribly wrong. Of me being like, "Hi, I love you. I'm gonna go to jail. Do you think I should go to jail?" And she's like, "Yes, you should go to jail for the maximum sentence." I'm like, ah.
Chill out. It's so insane. It's so ridiculous. And to see someone is like, if you don't mind me saying, like, so like innocent, like compared to most people involved in like right wing media, to say the least. You're just like a sweet Catholic girl as I see it. And to see them like unload the turf army on you when you're just like chilling and living your life and like what I think is doing something pretty damn beautiful. I think what you did, in my humble opinion, again, I don't want to gush, but you're the first one to do that. And like, could you talk a little bit more to get back to my original point, which I think is the most fascinating thing about you right now, is like, why did you like going to jail sucks? Like, I don't have to tell you that. Like, why would you go to men's jail in Florida? Like,
Well, suffering is salvific, but I did it ultimately because I would be kicking myself if I didn't. I've thought about something like this for a long time.
mhm,
I'm pretty young, but a long time for someone who's 20, which is,
yeah,
you know, or something. I was like, I was just upset, and I couldn't take this kind of shit anymore. I can't take the shit the trans community has. And I've had friends who are in right wing spaces actually reach out to me and say like
mhm,
that like legit neo Nazis would like reach out to them and be like, wow, she changed, so pretty far on the right would be like, she kind of changed my opinion on trans people.
yeah.
It feels so weird to me that like people are calling me like a predator. Like me,
Like, you're
I don't.
fair. You're Catholic, right? Talk about your faith a little, if you could. Like, they're calling you a predator. Who are they talking about?
I went to adoration today. I don't know if most. people
Hmm.
who watch this know what adoration is. Should I explain what adoration is?
Please do.
Okay, so adoration is where the Eucharist is in the monstrance, and the Eucharist is Jesus, and we
Hmm.
we just look at Jesus and we just feel his presence. It sounds like super like gay and stuff, but it's super cool.
I love that. I was
Yeah.
actually raised Catholic too. I don't think we had adoration.
Oh,
Is-
a lot of they're trying to do more of a like a Eucharistic revival. Most Catholics don't even know about adoration. It's a shame, but it's one of my favorite.
Mhm.
I love the sacrament of marriage too. I think about sacrament of marriage a lot. Is because when I don't know if you've read
Mhm.
the theology of the body, but when people have sex in marriage,
Mhm.
it's a sacrament in the Catholic Church. Like when they're like consummating their marriage, it's like
Okay.
it's like a sacrament in the like sex is a sacrament in the Catholic
Well,
Church. Like done right, obviously, but like yeah,
that was not how it was pitched to me when I was in Catholic school.
it's because I don't want to throw stones. I think it's we're in like a very Protestantized country, and like
Mhm.
pretty culture seeps in, and like it bothers me actually. Like really, I've talked about this with like friends of mine who are like missionaries, like devout.
Mhm.
It bothers me and it bothers them so much of like like that like people can grow up thinking sex is bad when the
Mhm.
Catholic Church it's such a perversion of the teaching of the Catholic Church because the teaching of the Catholic Church is that sex is so good and so beautiful.
Mhm.
Like actually out of respect for sex that we have the rules that we because we love sex so much.
I've never heard a Catholic say that in my life. I love that.
I think sex is amazing. I think it's
That's
really
fantastic.
yeah.
Damn, I wish I'd gone to your school when I was growing up. I would have ended up a lot healthier. Honest to God. I'm weird because of Catholicism. I don't hold a grudge about it, but I think a lot of the stuff that made me weird directly goes back to how many
Mhm.
did you go to Catholic school? I went to 7 years. I went to St. Mary's.
I wish I went to Catholic school. I was gonna go to Catholic school.
Okay.
My family moved right before enrollment and
Okay.
like across the street from like a public elementary school. And
Hmm.
I like so I went to religious education. So that was like
Okay.
for like a couple hours.
Did you get confirmed?
I did get confirmed.
What did it feel like when you were confirmed? Not to like dork out in Catholicism, but getting confirmed was probably the best day of my life. I was like
It was
so, it was so cool. Yeah, I felt like really, first communion was the actual, that was like the most, I felt like so holy and Jesus-y and like I ate that, I was like, Jesus has become me. Like, I don't know, did you, not to like dork out.
well, yeah, but I mean, when we receive the Eucharist and stuff too, we become like walking tabernacles. That's what they call it, and
Yes,
it's super cool.
yeah,
Yeah,
I love
but
that. Hmm.
I my confirmation. I got like really into my faith after my confirmation. Like
Hmm.
I went and like I was like a high school. Believe it or not, I was like a high school youth group kid.
I
You know?
believe it. Me too, actually.
Wait, really?
I,
Oh gosh, it's so
not, I
cool.
don't think anyone knows that about me, but I founded my Bible study in my school. We were called sheep. I swear to God.
Oh my gosh, I feel like I know like the current socio-political situation isn't like reflecting this,
Hmm.
but I feel like queer people are more naturally drawn to religion,
Yeah,
like which is super fascinating to me. Like
yeah.
something in our psychology.
My girlfriend uses the word religious psychosis a lot, and she uses it somewhat jokingly, but like I don't know. Do you know a lot of like Catholic or Christian trans people or queer people
I
in your
know.
community?
Yeah, yeah. I'm kind of a little bit of a black sheep in my community, and I kind of like
Okay.
it.
Okay.
I'm a bit of a pick me in that way. I'm the Catholic trans person in my community. You
Wait, a
know,
black sheep, how? Like the yeah, I want to talk about that too. Now, you said you were like a little surprised the trans community has not embraced you. Like,
some people in the trans community, it's bizarre. I was attacked by both conservative people, like the conservative for the trans community.
uh-huh.
Who are like, you're not assimilating enough, and I'm like, I don't know what you want. Like, I'm like really pretty, like like I've assimilated a lot.
Right.
I'm
Yeah.
not
Yeah.
obviously doing this for attention. I'm not like an attention seeking person.
No.
Like, and then that was the attack from like the right wing trans people,
Hmm.
and people were like, you're not a communist. And I'm like, uh yeah, I guess so. I'm like, I think I'm center left. I'm not political, but like I was like attacked for not being like for not
Hmm.
like reading like not knowing enough about politics or whatever. I'm like,
Hmm.
most people don't know enough about politics. Like,
And also like people who know a lot of politics haven't been arrested. Like you have brag rights, like are calling you not socialist enough. Like, what have they ever done? What have they done for us? What have they done for our community? Like, who are you to
Workers'
judge?
rights,
Hmm?
you know, what have they done for workers' rights even? You know, like
What have they done for anything? You're out there, like, you're 20 years old. You've already like gone to prison for your beliefs. Like anyone who has not, who would criticize someone who's doing what you're doing. My girlfriend always points out, she always says it's incredibly easy to be accepted in right-wing spaces, incredibly hard to be accepted in left-wing spaces. Like if you detransition tomorrow, you could probably make six figures. Like that's just a fact. Like, and if you did, it would be funny and like I don't know, like do it, but like don't do it. But like no matter what, there
I
is a
could
lot.
take their money and run. I could be like, I'm detransitioning, get the grants, and then like skedaddle.
You would be an icon forever. You'd be like, that'd be like a real trans icon if you detransition and get a bag.
Actually, wouldn't it be cool if I like did it to like expose the money and like detrans stuff?
Detranscript is an amazing. Obviously, there's a lot of ethical things. I don't want to like piss anyone off because I'm obviously joking. But if you, I don't know, like,
Well, I don't know. I
I,
I would
I don't know.
I'm not that joking. I would be great to steal dollars from them.
Get your bag. Like, I don't know. I'm gonna get myself in trouble. But I don't know. I think get your bag is like the most trans shit. Most of us
I'm
are sex workers.
detransitioning.
How is that better or
I'm
worse?
detransitioning. 1 month.
Yeah. Like declaring it now. Detransmission grift announced, everyone. As a political activist now, like as far as like, do you feel like you have a responsibility to educate yourself? Because
Yes.
I don't want to do any spoilers, but you are a leftist and you will eventually realize that. Like, I,
You're breaking my egg. You're breaking my egg.
well, the
I'm not
leftist
ready
prime
yet.
directive. I know. The prime directive has been broached. Like, you very much are a leftist, and there's so many traumatized queer people. Like most queer people, like spoilers, anyone outside the community, we don't like to brag about it too. But there is a lot of trauma. There is a lot of like people who've been through a lot of like, especially the people online who are very weird niche of. It feels like the trans community is online, but like it's not. That's like one niche of it, and they're like kind
I
of
think
the people
the
who are
representation
what?
being real, like the online people. No offense, because I guess we're both online people, but like,
Yeah, that's why I say it.
but the
I'm
online
crazy.
community is like the craziest part. Like
Oh
the
yeah.
trans people I know are so chill, and we have lunch at the dining hall, and we vibe. You know?
Yeah. No,
Yeah.
the real trans people are, and like my girlfriend, everything's about my girlfriend today, sorry. She tweeted that like most people are actually only trans on the internet. Like 90% of trans Twitter people are already addicted to their phone. And they've been doom scrolling for like 18 hours, reading like Aaron Reed tweets and like Trump stuff, and they're like shaking. And then they come like just see your name in their feed and they're just like, ah! Like they're just like totally traumatized, triggered people who are like in that space. And you'll never win them over. You'll never do your best because like why not? But like trying to appease like online trans people, like there's never been one trans person of note ever. Like, do you know what do you think of ContraPoints, right? Like, do you have a
Contra-
thought on her? Do you know
yeah,
who ContraPoints is?
yeah. I know who they. I know. I don't know much, but good things. Natalie Wynn, right?
You Natalie Wynn. She's
Yeah.
done,
Aesthetics. I
yeah,
videos. The aesthetics are amazing.
exactly. Like she's probably cracked more eggs than anyone on the planet outside of like, I don't know, like she probably holds the record.
Love,
Maybe
I,
Hunter Schaefer.
I love Hunter Schaefer. I
Yeah,
really
me
love.
too.
I just had I had like a cognitive. I don't know what it's called. Where you're like you hear a word but you don't recognize what it means for a second. But I love.
Mhm.
Oh my gosh, I love Natalie Wynn. I love Hunter Schaefer. Oh my gosh, if I could have like a dream thing to do, it would be like living Hunter Schaefer's life. That's so
Yeah, no
cool.
shit. No
Live
shit. Me
Paul's
too.
life before she detransitioned.
Hmm.
Oh, I would like to become a model and an actress. That'd be so cool.
I feel exactly the same way. Yeah. And if you'd like
Why?
to be in my next movie, we 100% have a part
I'd
for you.
buy the doll. I don't want to
Yeah.
talk about that. I think she's being like raped by Milo or something. Is what I've heard. Because Milo's like drugging her or something. I
You
don't.
know a lot about Milo.
Yeah, I do. I do. I have like
Why
no,
do you
no.
know so much about Milo?
I'm kind of. I shouldn't talk about this because I'm scared of him.
Should
But
be.
I know people who know him.
Hmm. Yeah. I believe it. Yeah, he's obvious. He's like a right-wing homosexual. That's like his
He's
thing.
an ex-gay. He's an
He's an
ex.
excellent, sure. Speaking of grifters getting their bag,
I mean, I've
like,
conversion therapy. I've talked to these kind of people before. It's crazy.
wait, you've been in conversion therapy?
Yeah, I don't really want to talk about it on the
That's
interview.
fair. But let me go back to my original point, though. It's like,
Hmm.
yeah, like Natalie Wynn and Hunter Schaefer. Like Hunter Schaefer was arrested at a Palestine rally. Natalie Wynn is done. Like, but if you go online, even her, who's like done nothing but do her best and apologize, there are a lot of people who hate ContraPoints. There are people who are mad at Hunter Schaefer because she liked an Instagram post
Excla-
2 years ago.
Exclamation point! Exclamation point!
Right, like you'll never like leftists just want to hate you, and they want to build you up and tear you down. And
It's the
I
left,
wouldn't say
the
people
right. Personally,
what?
I feel like the left hates leftists more than the left hates the
Of course
rightist.
they hate the leftists. No one hates liberals more than leftists. Republicans think they hate liberals. They do not. They like not like leftists. I'm guilty too. Like my wife is a Camilla Harris voter, and that tore our house apart. I really hate liberals. Like,
Okay, anyone who's listening, I like Chapo Trap House.
yeah.
They're funny.
I think they're really funny too. I stick with that. If I can brag, I just made a movie with Matt Crispin from Chapo Trap House, and I'm really excited about it. I made a very Chapo movie.
Wait, could you get me on?
Oh, I can try. I'm trying to
Yeah,
get on.
that
Yeah,
would be like my dream.
I'll see what I can do. Hopefully, I'll get to do it for my movie, and I'll ask if I can bring you. Like, I would love to bring you. I think I would love to get you on Chapo. Have you reached out to them yet?
I'm having a reverse Stasha Nekrasova arc, and that like I was initially reported as conservative, but I'm
Hmm.
more and more leftist. You
You
know,
should. Yeah, I think they would love. I think them talking to you for an hour could make you a leftist better than me. Like,
so fun.
let me look at my list. They're so funny. How much Chapo have you heard?
I've seen a couple episodes. I again, which is a lot for political content for me.
Yeah. The Jordan Peterson episode's legendary.
I'll watch the Jordan Peterson episode.
It's
Yeah,
a good entry place.
people are also suggesting that I watch Come Town, which isn't really political, but is Come Town good?
I they have good bits. They have, I don't I'm not sure I should have an opinion on that publicly. I should say like I've laughed at they have one bit, the depressed Italian. I'll send you a link. They've got a couple of Italian Bernie Sanders is pretty good.
Bernie, I, I feel bad because he's kind of like a political tragedy, and that he really could have had his moment, but like it's
Mhm.
realized, like the way they coalesced in 2020 to prevent him from getting it,
Disgusting.
like, I know, yeah, and like
Yeah.
2016 was like 2016. I think was for a lot of people on the left, sort of like the like we're not gonna play by the system moment of like people were like, okay, we got Hillary, so we can play by the system, and then she
Mhm.
like lost, and it's like fuck it.
Yeah, I completely agree, and I'll leave it
Now
at
AOC is
that.
the most popular politicians. Because people want a populist. They want someone who's going to tear down the thing. They don't want a radical.
Amen. Amen. Like, I'd love to see something. Like, 'cause the world, obviously, the right wing is radicals. They're doing crazy shit. I want like a left wing Trump. I just want to, like, John Stewart to show up and be like, I'm doing crazy stuff, healthcare,
Oh,
I'm
no.
erasing debt.
Jon Stewart's not radical enough. We need, like,
No, he's not.
President Hassan.
You should get on Hassan.
I
Like,
would love Hassan. Love, hit me up. I've tried to email, but I haven't gotten on. But I haven't got responded to. But
okay.
Bosch, too. There's so many things I'd love to do. Yeah. I'm probably going to, yeah. Anyway.
I'm rooting for you. I would love to see you on all those shows. I think, again, like not to go back to your Alex Stein video, I'm so obsessed with it. It was like the funniest thing I've seen in a really long time.
Wait,
Like
really?
I rarely see people troll right-wing people like so like from your angle. Like if I were trolling him, I would have probably been a little more condescending, to be honest. Like when he says like something like, "Are you gonna get raped in prison?" I would have been like, "What a weird thing to say." Like I would have just been like, "That's so weird." But you were just like, "I love you and I forgive you." It's all like whatever. Like you were just like laughing with him. Like he wasn't ready for that. Like that's such a like funny, like it was. It's fun to see someone just be a sweetheart. So what's next? Like so also too jail. You might go there.
Yeah, I might.
That
For 11 months, potentially. Yeah.
11 months.
Up to 11 months, yeah. But that's what I could get, yeah.
I really hope you don't. I mean, that's an insane. Everything about this is so silly. really respect. And people are trashing you on the internet like you're not left enough. Like, bitch, you're going to fucking jail for fucking trans
And
rights.
what's funny is like the conservative trans people are trashing me because of course they trash everyone. But they were like I've seen them be like, they just get this, they just get attention. They just to get in the news. And I didn't do it to get in the news for me, but I did want this to be on the news. I want
Hmm.
to protest. So yes, I wanted it to get on the news. Like I don't know what
Yeah,
else
of
to say.
course.
They're
That's
like,
called activism.
this person is like arguing with all these turfs and causing all these problems. It's like, yeah, well-behaved trans people rarely make history. Like, I don't know what else to say. Like
Amen.
surprised it didn't happen earlier because like this is kind of the inevitable conclusion. This is something like this is going to happen eventually. Someone's going to get arrested.
I assumed people were getting arrested all the time. I did not know you were the first. I did not know a lot about the law other than I'd never go to Florida.
I'm going to go back to Florida. I love Florida still. I have like Stockholm syndrome with it, but I actually have so many good memories there. Like
Disney
people,
World.
oh, I also get really mad when people are like, "You're just an out of state. You've never even been here before. This is like activism tourism." I'm like, "Hey, I was going there anyway because I annually go to Florida because I annually spend a lot of time in Florida." But
Hmm.
like my family, I have like family members who live there and stuff. Like,
Hmm.
yeah,
I mean, you're Florida legit in my eyes. I'll never question your Florida bona fides. As far as like the community too, although our community does kind of suck in a lot of ways, like no offense to like they're my people and I love them, I can say that. Like some of them are a little like crazy and like God bless you, I love the crazies. I love everyone. I love every queer person, that's for sure. When you're going through this, you can reach out to people in the community. There are a lot of good people out there who like would love to have your back as far as like dealing with right-wing people. Like
a lot of people like have like reached out, given me their phone numbers and stuff.
yeah,
Been
the
a lot.
real the real ones know is what I'm saying. The real ones know, and you're doing something for all of us. And I think anyone watching this is queer should really get behind you too. Like I think we should all get behind each other. A lot of people might disagree with how you did it, which like I don't know, nothing's ever perfect, right? Like you're not
Yeah.
the perfect victim. It's not the perfect crime. Or you could make criticisms, but
Well,
like at the end of the day, we're all on the same page.
understand that. Like, I get a lot of criticism, especially from like right wing trans people, of like you could have done it better, but like how? Like, what was the way that I do it better?
I mean, you could also get criticism from the left too, but I think ultimately, yeah, like what's the better way? Why don't you do it better? Like, why
Yeah,
don't you write down the perfect way to do it and like get everyone like, I don't know, you're out there doing something beautiful and people are like nitpicking it from the sidelines. I find it trashy. And how do you feel like you're being perceived?
I feel like some normies on Instagram were like saw my photo and they're like, in a men's? They shouldn't be in a men's.
Oh, that I mean, you're obviously like a beautiful young passing person. Like you're like as far
Am
as an example of,
I actually passing?
yeah, you know
Cool.
better than me, but like, look, you look good.
Cool.
Yeah, and like that's to be honest, former moot, Stacey K always said she would only go on Fox News if it was the prettiest day she'd ever had in her life, if her makeup was perfect. And like, say what you will, that's kind of a good point because like when you're putting ourselves in front of normies, and it's like the first trans person they've ever seen. Like it's you're not a bad spokesman, like from an optics point of view, if I can just say that. Maybe I'll get nailed for that, but I don't think so. I think like the idea of you in a bathroom to a normal person is an insane. It's like a Facebook meme. It is ridiculous that you're like a girl. You're like a real girl.
But
I'm gonna
like
get
I'm such a normie and it's so weird being like harassed and like thrown into this. And like
yeah.
I had to like I probably shouldn't talk about my church too much because they have like we've talked to them and they were like we really want privacy and I'm like yeah I so respect that but like I
Okay.
had my youth minister today and to like explain to her what doxing was,
Oh.
which is actually so sweet, you know.
Yeah.
She doesn't know what doxing is. It's so adorable.
That's adorable. Yeah,
Uh,
wow. What a simple life.
what a simple life. But
Being
like
cis sounds like a good deal.
most of my friends are not on the internet. It
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh,
It's
I'd like talk about your crowdfunding too. Let's fund you. Like if
yeah.
you're out there doing something.
I have a go send me a give
Hmm.
not go send me a give send go. Um, she's gonna put in the description.
Hmm.
But yeah,
I'll put in the description. I'll see if I can do a graphic. I'll put one here. If not, check the description. You're also on Twitter. What is your Twitter, Marcy
at
Reingard?
Rheintgen, I have 7,000 followers on Twitter, 4,000 on TikTok.
Very
Mark
nice.
TikTok. I gained 2,000 of those in the past 2 days. So
Really? A TikTok seems like a place where you would thrive. And like, I don't know. You know better than me, but like,
I started posting a couple days ago, and I have 4,000 now. So I'm gonna post on there more
I love
because
that.
I kind of got stuck because I think Elon doesn't like trans people on the Twitter.
There's no place for us. Like, there's no place for us. What is your TikTok? And just one more time.
Rheintgen. Um,
Okay.
and you can find my Give Send Go links on there. You can also find them in the description. But it's really just to pay for travel and also
Mhm.
going to be docs in the future if we're being completely honest. And so
Yeah.
with like relocation and maybe even security for a short period of time,
Hmm.
a long period. I don't know what's going to happen to me. I don't know. I don't see. This is the thing because I don't know if I'm going to be like a flash in the pan. Like this is like the little bit where I'm famous for a bit, or if I'm going to be like a public figure now. I
Yeah.
don't.
It's kind of up to you.
Yeah, you think I did?
Yeah. To some degree. Yeah. No, like you could just, if you wanted to, you could just do your trial, then log off and never be on the internet again and like stop. Or you could keep, doing interviews and putting yourself out there. I mean, it's your life. You're 20 years old. Like, if you
Yeah.
want to be someone who goes out and does shit, like go out and do stuff.
I do. I think my plan is I probably do want to be a public figure, but
Hmm.
I'm not being. I want to still do transactivism, but I want it to be my main thing. You know what I mean? I want to
Hmm.
kind of become like a normie influencer or something. I don't know.
Oh yeah? Well, like what? Do you have any ideas yet, or one day at a time?
I want to lose some weight and maybe become a model. I feel like it'd be fun. Or I love to
Love
write.
that.
Like,
I love that. I don't think you need to lose weight, but what do I know? That's what women have to say to each other. Yeah, you have a spot in my next movie if you want it. I think like I want to get political activists in my movie.
can get me to LA. If you can get me a place to crash.
Yeah, we'll figure it out. Let me
Yeah.
see. Let me see how much money we get first. I got to fund it and finish writing it. It's almost done, but we'll talk about that
Like
too.
like an actual, not just like an extra, but an actual spot.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, I wish my girlfriend was here. She was involved in a lot of the George Floyd stuff out here, a lot of the We Spa battle, a lot of
Crazy how that was just memory holes. Like no one gives a shit anymore. It's kind of crazy how everyone just forgot about that.
it
Like
was
no
yeah.
about police violence. That was like the big issue of the year.
Yeah, and it just moved on and we just got more police. Biden was just like, don't get me started. Yeah, like
Come on, man. Come on, man.
come on,
Come
man.
on, man.
Come on, man.
I find Biden endearing. I find him very personally endearing. I find his family endearing. I think Biden is a Chad. I'm gonna actually post. I'm gonna be Hunter Biden. I'm gonna be Biden posting Hunter Biden like nationalism,
Oh
like
yeah.
put someone's name like Hunter Schaefer nationalism or like Tony
Hmm.
nationalism is just like not that they're nationalists, but it's just like an ideology of like Tony Sopranoism. I'm gonna be a Hunter Biden nationalist. I'm gonna be Hunter Biden. I'm gonna be Biden posting on Twitter. I'm
I'm
gonna be
with you.
how he's a Chad.
Yeah.
He's this gangster who does like coke and shit and like
Oh my God.
gets chicks to snort coke off his dick. Like,
He's insanely hot. I've never smoked crack, but if Hunter Biden like that, like my dream is to
and he
smoke it.
watches Red Scare, which I think is hilarious.
If I die without smoking
You
crack
see that
without Hunter Biden.
watching Red Scare with his girlfriend while doing crack.
And he's like always live streaming and like he knows he's Hunter Biden. He's just like, click
Like,
what's up? I'm sick. Huh?
did you say he live streams?
He's always taking photos of him smoking crack. He's done it like 1,000 times. I would
Like,
do anything.
who the fuck does? Listen, I have friends.
Hmm.
They don't like take a picture, but like, hi, here's pictures. You know, like, who does that? It's so crazy.
I I think taking when he knows he's Hunter Biden, I think he sends it directly to Fox News. I respect it. If my dad was Joe Biden, I too would be smoking crack.
I have like a little bit of a I have a little bit of a love and respect for the fail sons. You know, like I kind of have like I have a
Yeah.
for them. You know,
Like they're the ones like it'd be. I just feel so good partying with them. Like he's got that kind of what was that show? He's just got like he's a lovable teddy bear. You just know he's a safe guy. He's got unlimited money, and I bet it'd be fun to smoke crack with him. Like I've never smoked crack, but it'd be sick. Like
that's you're so real for that. You're so real for that.
just saying. I think that's a great note to end. Thank you for coming out today.
Much donate to my Give Send Go. Go on my TikTok and my Instagram at Marcy Rankin and my Twitter, especially my TikTok. Yeah, I
Thank
was
you
having
so much.
really post on there, but I do post a little bit. So
Yeah,
TikTok,
TikTok.
at Marcy Rheintgen, and go.
Thank you once again. Wow. Bye.